Quite often I get to thinking how as kids we got by. Like at Christmas time at our house, we couldn't even afford a fire. But we made do with what we had back then when I was young. Dad used to suck a peppermint and we'd all sit around his tongue.
Hey guys, Joan here, back with a Beer52 Advent beer review, and we are into the second half. We are on day 13 now, and Box is kind of holding on by grim death, and so is my voice. Yeah, so I apologise. This one might be a bit shorter. Maybe some people will think, yay, purely because my voice is gone. My nose is streaming, but there is still beer to be drunk. So, 13 is right in the middle at the bottom. And, ooh, there's another bottle, which is good. Well, apart from, oh God, it's falling apart. Apart from the fact I don't have my bottle opener with me, so I'm going to have to pause this review. And we'll be back. And there we go, as if by magic. And I've got the Dutch kind of, what's that, clog opener. Anyway, and that is very, very cool because, I don't know if you can see that, this beer is Hammer and Sikkel, but it's from Brouwerij de Molen. And the unfortunate bit, well, I should say that Brouwerij de Molen is from Holland, I believe. I think it's Holland. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it says it's got Chinook, Saaz, and oatmeal, 5.2% porter, which is cool. Apart from, I have definitely had this beer before, which is a shame. Beer52 is definitely doing beers once again. Mind Brewing Craft Beer. You experiment, you give it a taste, and then you do it all again, etc., etc. I'm not going to read that whole thing. If you want, you could pause, but I'm having a look. So we've got barley, oatmeal in here. I'm just going to show you this. Nice little touch. You've got the Beer de Molen windmill on the top. I always like it when people go that extra little bit, you know. Be very careful about this because this one's been on its side. Boom, done. And I haven't destroyed the caps, so sometimes I keep the caps, which is always cool. Yeah, so I apologise for doing a double up on this one. This beer was a long time ago that I had it the first time, so let me just double check something. Oh, this is a new batch, August, I don't know if you can see that, August 23. Dun, dun, dun. Gonna focus? Maybe, but it's 0823. You don't need to see that. I can see it, so that's cool. And there we go. Ooh, let's get it in totally. That's another cheesy picture for the front of this video. Ooh. So as opposed to an oatmeal stout, this is an oatmeal porter. And I don't know about you, but I always think dark beers are the thing for winter time. Autumn, winter. Well, I know I've been talking a little bit, but we've definitely got what I would call a fingernails head tan. But I'm not too worried about porters and that kind of stuff. Oh, getting chocolate, even through my nose, which is beginning to kind of get saturated once again. Yeah, getting chocolate. I'm getting a bit of sweetness. Not getting any hoppage, but it's all about the malts, isn't it? Although they have told us what the hops are, which is quite cool. Anyway, better drink this one, eh? quite bitter. Bit of coffee in there too. A little bit of sweetness, but I was expecting a little bit more. This is a lot drier than I thought or remembered. But you know, when you've had over 1,000 beer reviews, they kind of all link together somewhat. I think we're somewhere near 1,200 at the moment, which is crazy. Look at that, lovely, lovely. Let's dive into some more. Yeah, bitterness, bitter chocolate. That's what it is, bitter chocolate. A little bit of coffee, a little bit of, yeah, it's kind of that bitter astringency that comes from malts. There is oatmeal there, so there is that little bit of creaminess. So it's not like espresso coffee, it's like more of a creamy coffee, more of a kind of cappuccino, which is cool. The only thing is definitely a double or maybe triple shot cappuccino because it's got that bitterness up front. Although it's dry, there is a little bit of sweetness there. I'm definitely getting it on my lips. And at 5.2% on the ABV. This one is not to be sniffed at. A little bit of carbonation. The only down thing is, I think this is the third beer that I've had from Beer52. That has been one that they've already given me, you know, earlier in the year. So they kind of, dare I say it, giving customers of the Advent box beers that they couldn't shift earlier on in the year, which is weird because the date on this is, you know, August next year. So they've got quite a long time that they could have sold it. But yeah, it's a real shame because Beer52 advertised that they'll never send you the same beer twice, and unfortunately, especially when you go for specials like the Advent box, they tend to double up. And I think last year I got one during the year because I've already got my Christmas box. I've had a double in one box, but I've had three so far on the Advent box. So yeah, a little bit disappointed to be perfectly honest, but hey, I'm always happy to review beers for you, even if it's one I've done before. This has been Unclejona. Click like, click subscribe if you want to. I'll be back tomorrow for another Beer52 box, but I'm also going to be doing the Beer Company Advent box too. So I'm doubling up on my Advent fun this year, and I'm going to do a review at the end, a comparison, shall we say, which one of these is better. And I'm going to be a reasonably long video. I'm going to cover lots of different stuff. And I'm probably going to do that in between Christmas and New Year's. Anyway, cheers and beers, guys. We'll see you for another beer real soon.